Hi, everyone. This is Carrie at FamGuru. And in this session for travel advisors, we're going to be talking about how to create a fam trip in FamGuru. Now, you may want to create your own trip if you're doing it on a self-directed basis, or if you're going on a hosted fam, you might still want to do a short pre or post trip. So you'll want to know how to set up a trip in FamGuru as well. So it's simple. We're going to look at it two ways. We're going to look at it using our AI tool that will help create the itinerary for you. And we'll also look at it on a more manual basis in case you don't have an itinerary that you're working from. We'll be working today on the website. You can create a trip on the app, but I highly recommend the web at web.famguru.app. You'll use your same login and password for the website as you would for the app. The first thing you'll do is you'll go to Add Trip, and under this, create a trip. We have some stock imagery here. If you'd like to use it, we'll use that today. And let's say we're going to grab this particular photo. Our first part will focus on the AI upload. Now, if you have any itinerary, whether it's from a host or it's from your own doing, and you just put it in PDF, you can use it with the AI. Let me upload a very brief itinerary here to start. We'll take this one. And you'll see that the AI starts to process it. Now, this will take a few minutes, and the longer and more complicated the trip is, the longer that this will take. This is a relatively short trip, so it will take just a moment, but sometimes it can take even longer than that, a couple of minutes. But it's reading the document, extracting the different elements of the document, and bringing it into FamGuru. It auto-populates a name for the trip. You will select your organization. Perhaps it's your agency, perhaps it's your personal organization. We'll choose FamGuru for today. And it has brought in dates. This happens to be one in the past. And as an advisor, you can disregard the invitation text. This is usually used just for travel suppliers when they're putting together a trip. The AI reads it and gives us a whole description of the trip as well. We'll proceed to the next screen by hitting Create. And what it does now is it imports all of the extracted items so you can quality control what the AI does. So what we have here is the date and the different elements of the trip. Now, if you see something that isn't quite right or you want to check what the AI has done for you, you can use the down arrow to open that up and edit the information, whether that's the date, the time, or the description, or the activity. And if the AI has perhaps not given it the right activity type, you can reassign it as a hotel stay, inspection, restaurant, other, etc. This looks pretty good to me, and reviewing everything else, this looks just about right. So we'll follow through and create the full itinerary in FamGuru. So it has read everything and it's brought it into our trips home screen. And if we want, we can go over to the itinerary button over here and just check out what FamGuru has done for us. And here we are. Here are all the different elements that have been extracted into the itinerary, and you did not need to create any of them yourself. I'll next talk about how we set up an itinerary manually. So we'll return to the home screen and create a trip manually, not using the AI. So let's go back to Add Trip, Create Trip, and we'll choose a beach scene this time, and we'll give it a name. We'll say Mexico Fam Trip. I'll assign it to my FamGuru organization again, and let's put in a date of the 17th to the 21st or something. And I'll skip the invitation text again, and I'll say trip to Cabo to visit different properties. And we'll create. That will take us again to the home screen right here. Now, when you do it this way, it doesn't come in with an itinerary. So we have our different days, but nothing is populated yet. With a blank slate, you'll want to add the different elements of your trip. This could be a hotel stay, it could be site inspection, it could be a restaurant, cruise, a ship inspection, or an other element. An other element is a transfer, a flight, a tour, yoga on the beach, what have you. To give you an idea, we'll just add a hotel stay, and this is Google Maps enabled. So we're going to be searching for the Waldorf Astoria Pedregal, and we'll add that. So this comes up based on Google Maps, and here we go. It brings in the property, it brings in the location details. Let's say we're going to be here for just one night, and so we'll select a check-in time, and we'll say that it's going to be 4 o'clock p.m. So 4 o'clock p.m. And we'll be leaving on the 18th at 11 o'clock a.m. All right. If we want, we can add a description here. If you wish, you don't have to. And you can add a phone number. Google Maps doesn't bring that in, but that's easy enough to add. And if you would like to have a cover image of that particular hotel, you could upload your own photo here. Likewise, you could add photos and create a gallery, any files about the property that you have in advance, any contacts that you have in advance. So this really just builds up the itinerary for you. All of these things are optional, so we don't have to add them now. In fact, let's skip them for now to make this easy, and we will save. And then we have the Waldorf Astoria, Los Cabos, Pedregal, and checking in on this date and checking out on this date. So this is just a brief overview of what you can do once you set up a trip. If you do it via the AI, you can come in and add any of these elements and edit any of these elements as well. Or if you don't start with an AI document, then you can just manually add the different elements of your trip as you go and edit them as well. One note about the AI, once you use it, you cannot use it a second time. So as you're starting an itinerary from scratch, that's the time to use the AI, but you will not be able to use it a second time. We don't want it overwriting any of your other work. If you've already created a trip manually, you also would not be able to use the AI for the same reasons. In any event, I hope this was helpful. For any questions, drop us a line at info@famguru.app. And for any further information, you can check us out at famguru.app on the web. Thanks so much.